And here's the fun one. You guys didn't vote quick enough, so I cut her. This is all that's left of that big old beauty I had. And these have already begun to root. I had some already going. I think I showed you. You can see one big white root in there. And the roots in here too that are coming along. You know, some of them. I wanted to see which way rooted better. They're about, and like that one had two. I was hoping to gain a root on both those guys, but didn't quite work out. And these ones, like, these are rooted. The leaves don't look too great. I'm going to keep them as long as I can. But usually, once I've gotten roots and repot them, and I've only done this one other time successfully, but I've only did it one other time, so I'm batting 100 out of 100. When I put it in the dirt, the leaf got worse and brown, and I eventually had to cut it, but by then I already had my new growth. And these were two separate. Well, one of them did have at one time a leaf. It wasn't even as good a shape as these guys. And the other one was just a small piece like one of these with nothing on it at all. And it wasn't even that big because I was scared to cut on it at first. And I didn't want to get ahead of myself until I knew what I was doing. And now I'm feeling more and more confident all the time with it. See, that's a better shot of those roots. And today I am just boiling water to try to give them some needed humidity. Look at that. That one just opened up. They don't even have their slits yet. This is two separate plants, but that just shows you, it might not be that pretty for a while, and you might water dirt for a minute. When they start coming in, they're just amazing. And to know that you did that is what it's all about. And this is actually, like I said, two separate plants, so I will end up dividing those. And one will go to the friend who actually gifted me the original monstera. And then from there, I will start selling. Either I can send the rooted, without dirt, or I could send a whole plant once it gets going. But we can talk about that later. As for now, I'm just showing you the process. This is not something I usually do, but I'm getting more and more tropical plants, and I know with winter coming, I have a lot of issues keeping my plants surviving through the winter. So this year, this is a different type of monstera as well. I just made another baby of her. We'll go check that out. But anyways, as I was saying, mine don't do well here in the winter time, and I know it's because it's very, very dry. There's my baby of the viney monstera, a littler version, and not quite slits at the side as much as holes, but it's still pretty neat. And this, all of those monsteras you see came from this one. And since I started taking pieces off of it, it's gotten all this new growth. No, we just don't keep anything that's no good. This guy's, I kept this way longer than I probably should have, but it's a little soggy sometimes, but it's alive still, so maybe we'll stay for now. It's starting to fill out real nice. And that was one that was divided. This is one I just planted today. because it had a good root. And I think this video has gone on long enough. Oh, I didn't finish what I was saying about boiling the water. Because my house is so dry, from now on, I'm going to try to, at least once a week, get all my plants into the big room and just boil water for a couple hours and let it get filled up and get that humidity that it needs and that moisture in the air that it needs, that it's not going to get on its own. I'm just, I guess, kind of doing different types of trial runs to see whatever I think works best. This is my first time, but I assume it will be helpful to them anyways, and hopefully keep them from dying in the winter, because the lack of sunshine will already be a problem on its own. But anyways, I think I talked your ear off long enough today about plants. I know you guys can't get enough of me and my sparkling personality. But if you have any questions or concerns about any of your plants or any of mine, or you have anything you would like for me to answer for you or help you, feel free to drop me a line. And hopefully we'll get 50 subscribers so that we can start going live and I can start being able to answer your questions right then and there on the spot through live action. That way you can ask me questions as we do it. These are more of the short cuttings, and see how they just keep growing. Nothing's a waste. And these guys, I never expected them to do anything, so it's really a happy surprise that they did anything at all, and that they're doing better than they were when I thought I was taking care of them. So obviously I was doing it wrong, and I have that problem with anything that doesn't need as much water. But that's, I guess, why they call loving it to death. Pun intended. Anyways, I think I've talked enough. I know I've said that enough times that I want to shoot myself right now. But anyways, y'all have a good day. And don't forget to subscribe. At least turn off your notifications so that my community that wants to interact is able to interact. Even if you don't want to. Let us have our Nerds Gardening Squad. Thanks and have a great day.